Hey everyone, I'm Skotti from Skotti RNY. It's my week 232 post-op Roux-en-Y gastric bypass and maintenance update. Well, welcome back everybody to my channel. It's great to have you guys here, and it's great to be here for you guys. That's right. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, let's just get right into it, shall we? I'm 6'2", 49 years old. My highest weight ever recorded was 419 pounds in August of 2014. I had surgery July 7, 2015 at Humber River Hospital in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. My surgery weight was 340 pounds. My weight loss surgery goal weight was 219 pounds, which I originally reached that goal at week 33. Last week I was 270 pounds, and this week I'm 270 pounds for a plus minus of 0, making my loss from surgery of 70 pounds and a total loss from my highest weight ever recorded of 149 pounds. So, no change. And as you read in the title of this video, no change equals no change. And we all know that, right? If you don't change anything, you're not going to see anything different, good, bad, or indifferent. I didn't do anything different exercising-wise. I didn't do anything different eating-wise. It was all pretty much the same. And I noticed a difference, and I'm sure maybe you guys do too. When you either exercise a little bit harder or more, or you eat a little bit better or less, you notice a bit of change. But when you don't do anything of that, then there's no change, right? And that's just how or why did that happen this past week? Complacency, maybe again? Could be, yeah. Food choices, well, there was nothing really different. Not a whole lot of new, healthier choices by any means. So, that was something, again, I still have to work on. But yeah, more so it's just a matter of now that, I'm kind of more thinking about that, right? The no change thing. I got to make that change. We all have to make that change, and we all know that. So that's what we're going to focus on, especially getting down to the wire when it comes to Christmas and all that, and the New Year's, and people have celebrations at work and parties outside of work and stuff like that. And there's food, and for some that drink, right? So we have to be more mindful. This guy's got to be more mindful, that's for sure. Absolutely. So that's what we're going to work on. I'm just trying to get back on track, really, is what it boils down to. It never changes. Had my my yearly, 5 months later, check-in with our local clinic. This is something that we had to do when I first got on board with them, technically 5 years ago. They did a 5-year post-op plan where you had to go back once a year, and it's just like a class, how are things going, any new changes or any new concerns, and just talk about, struggles or goals or anything like that. So, there was a handful of people in there, and a commonality with everything was bad habits. Bad habits come back. So some people were a couple of years out, 3 and 4 change years out, or 232 weeks out, like this guy. And everybody seems to have had the same thing said, that a little bit more of the bad habits are coming out the farther out you get. And we know these things going into surgery, right? And if you're new here, welcome. These are things to look for or to be prepared for when you have your surgery and down the road, because it was kind of agreed upon that, yes, all the preparation for surgery is, this is what's going to happen at surgery, this is what you're going to eat after surgery, like right after surgery, like pureed and soft and regular foods, and then all that, right? And then, being mindful of your portion sizes and all of that as well. But there's not a whole lot for, hey, this is what could happen to you 4 years out, or 3 years out, or however long out. So I had brought that up, and the dietitians and social workers, they were like, yeah, that is something that's been recognized, and that the provincial system, I'll say, is working on to try and incorporate more consultation, not the word I'm trying to think of right now, for the patients. Just because they're realizing that, yeah, there's not enough support or information or knowledge for further down the road. So they're working on that. Now, they don't have anything in place where I am, but they do in a couple other hospitals in bigger cities. So that's a good thing to hear, that that's, up and coming for people that are up and coming. But for those of us that are out a bit longer, it's the support. That's what basically these places are going to be, or places, or whatever they're going to be. The programs are going to be more of a support thing. Yeah, it's for us, we know this, so we just kind of have to have a little bit more focus, or some, because when you don't have any, then there you go. So, but that was good to know, though, that they're working on stuff like that. So it was good, just kind of touch base with them and see how things are going. They want to see how things were going with me, so this is how I am, and they were still happy with that, because again, in the long run, I'm still 149 pounds down, regardless, of the weight gain that I've had over the past year. So that's a good thing. We're still working on it. And on one good note for this past week, I actually did some meal prep, and I made a beef pot pie. I made a beef pot roast, which was really good. And how good was it, everybody? How did it taste? All together now? Delicious. Absolutely, it was delicious. So I've had that, and I've made little portions for the freezer, so some grab and go, right? So it's a little bit, better compared to I haven't done any kind of food prep at all in the longest time. So we're getting there, just a little bit at a time, but we're getting there, right? So anyways, that's it for this week. Thanks again to my subscribers. I do appreciate your support. And everybody all together, right? That's right. Don't forget to like, because we always like to be liked. Yeah. And so what do we got? Oh, we still got a week and change till Christmas. That's right. So we will see you next week, right before Christmas. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. And remember, not every day is fantastic, but at least I have the opportunity to live every day. Until next time, take care and bye-bye.